you ever faced somebody overstepping what you thought was a known boundary? Or chances are you have faced somebody being unkind. And so that brings me to something that happened while we were at an aquarium and with my family. And so we're waiting for our tickets to process. And as we wait, a woman comes over to me and says, "You look like you have your hands full." And instead of waiting and asking me what to move over, she proceeded to try to move my stroller and my family over in her own strength and power. And so I stopped and I prayed and I did it myself and moved on and just asked the Lord to soften my heart so we could still have a wonderful time at the aquarium. And so at the end of our trip, my son was going to return a map that he had borrowed from another person there. And as he approached the desk to return it, it was no longer the woman he had borrowed it from. Instead, it was the woman from the entrance. So I was not thrilled, I have to be honest, and the emotions started to come back in from earlier that day. But instead, I just prayed and paused and let my son go to the front and say his simple thank you. And in that moment, I watched her face shift into a smile. And she reached for some stickers for my kids, and it just really made me think about when we pause and pray for somebody despite our emotions, it really does change things. Kindness and doing the right thing despite it being hard stops us spinning. Love is inexhaustible. It has no limits because God has no limits. God is love. So let's lean into Him for even those hard moments today. Be blessed.